What is up, everyone? Welcome back here to another episode of BassAndFurious TV. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Guys, you guys were commenting on that last video, so I really appreciate the comments. Appreciate everybody interacting. My new slogan is, guys, I need engagements, not entanglements, guys. So thank you for the engagements and not the entanglements. I do appreciate that, everyone. That's what I need. So I'm looking for. So thank you so much for the comments. Guys, we got a ton of new subscribers this year. I'm very excited. If you haven't subscribed, haven't hit that like button, all that, guys. I need all that, because I certainly appreciate it. And to let you know when I'm going live again. But for today's video, like the title says, I want to kind of jump right into it. I'm going to kind of touch on two topics. One is the current state of the fishing industry. I ain't going to go too deep on that, but I'm going to just give a couple of my thoughts on what I see and what's going on. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about kayak fishing, because I know some of you are like watching my channel, and you're like, kayak? Wait, more kayak? What's this kayak stuff this guy's doing? Like, what is happening right now? So you guys are wondering, like, man, what is he is he in a kayak now? Is he still fishing? Is he still, so I'm gonna try to address all that real quick, just the best as I can for you guys. So like I said, thank you everyone for tuning in. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Appreciate everyone that watches my videos. Thank you so much. So let's dive right in, guys. I would love to say this video is brought to you by, but yeah, okay. So as we dive right in, guys, welcome. Thank you. All right, so we're going to talk about the current state of the bass fishing industry, and I want to kind of talk about it. I want to kind of break it down from like a professional standpoint of being a tournament professional. I kind of touch on this a lot on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitter, everywhere, guys. I kind of touch on it a little bit. Anyone that knows me and talks to me about it knows how I feel very strongly about tournament bass fishing. My initial thoughts are the tournament fishing model is broke. Okay, just flat out is broke. Literally and figuratively, it's just broke. Okay, it's not being done correctly. I've said this before in some of my videos, but there's so many anglers that complain of not having any money. They're broke. They're professionals, and then they're back working at Walmart, and after 3 years after they get booted. The industry as a whole is it's messed up. The model's not working anymore. There's been a shift, and very few organizations have caught the shift, and now they're struggling. Some did catch it pretty decent or sort of kind of, and now they're doing well or doing better. But I want to bring up some stuff because everyone's so hyped and so excited about some of the changes, but you have to remember, a lot of this stuff started, a lot of this split, a lot of these companies and changes and people going here and people going there and deciding this and deciding that all happened because people were unhappy with a current trail, and they made a decision to go and start another trail. And then someone else made a decision to start a whole new trail because they wanted to bring something different to the industry that was from the other two trails. And now there's a whole nother new trail that's coming out now that they're working on the details and the logistics and trying to get that figured out. So basically what it boils down to is that if you have 150 of anybody that enjoys the same thing, you're going to get a difference of opinion from literally like half or 60% of the field. You can walk down the street and ask 60 people what their favorite color is, and you'll get a different color. You can ask 60 people what how do they feel about the current state of the America, and you'll get 60 different answers, or you'll get like 5 of the same. 20 people won't even know what you're talking about and don't even give a crap. And then the rest of them, they'll give you, they'll kind of be in line, but, different things strike different people certain ways. So to try to get 150, 200, 300 anglers all to agree on one thing is virtually impossible, as we've seen. Okay, so we want to just talk about a little bit about the actual trail. So look at Bassmaster. We're just going to break it down. We'll go right in. I don't have to worry about anything I say because I can say whatever I want. On Bassmaster, you look at it. They have made some changes. Bassmaster has now included the West Coast in their trail. Bassmaster changed the payouts after they got some feedback about the payouts. Bassmaster put a poll out to their people inside to see who wanted to do forward facing, who didn't want to do forward facing. Bassmaster is trying to stay in tune with what's going on in the fishing industry. Now, while that's great, Bassmaster has some stuff, they got some people still not happy about some stuff. Okay, there's still stuff going on over there. There's still people that they feel like is doing this and doing that, and there's guys that do, there's still some stuff, guys. It's not necessarily to say that, they're 100% accurate and they got it all the way right. And they've never said they're 100% accurate and got it all the way right. They're trying. Okay, they're trying. So a lot of people now in the scope of the tournament fishing world has put Bassmaster like way up here because the other organization, Major League Fishing, can't seem to make up its mind what it wants to do. So while they're trying to figure it out, the crazy part is, though, Major League Fishing is sort of kind of listening to people to let them dictate how they're going to move, because for so long apparently they didn't listen to people. Now they are listening to people, and now everyone's giving them a hard time about listening to people. They had a formula that worked, the catch, wave, release. We all watch Major League Fishing on Saturdays, where they put 20, 30 50 pros on a body of water, give them a map right beforehand, say you can only fish here, you can only fish here. Everybody takes off. Everybody has a fair chance at winning. We love that format. I love that format, guys. I got DVDs of that format that I watched, that I fell asleep to for like 3 years straight, just watching the cypress trees down in Louisiana, like watching Mike McClellan throw the spinnerbait around. Like, I love that format. Everybody get in a boat, look at the map, don't go off this part, don't go off this part, ride around, see what you think, make an informed decision, and go fishing. Let's see who's the best. Like, who's the best right now? Who's the best? Like, that's just crazy. Like, that's the formula that we all liked, and now everybody, you know, people start kicking against. And I like 5 fish, and I like to see the weigh in, and I come and bring my friends because I want to see the weigh in. So they decided to go back to 5 fish. Ratings stayed stagnant or dropped or whatever. Now they're like, we're going back to what we did do. But they listened, and now they're getting crap for listening. Now they switch back. Now they're getting crap for switching back. Now they change the format. They get crap for changing the format. Now they cut the field. They get crap for cutting the field. They added to the field. They get crap for adding to the field. I get it. Majority of why people don't like it now is because of the indecisiveness. It feels like they're kind of, you know, grasping at straws or throwing something against the wall and hoping something sticks. You just don't understand. But you got to understand, they're getting feedback from every angle. They're trying to find an avenue here. They're losing people left and right. They're sending letters out to people who fished the BFL in 1999, like, to try to get somebody in the fields on that side. Like, they're trying to get. Speaking of which, I had a problem with that. People were mad about how they sent out invitations to fish the Major League Invitationals. It's literally called Invitational, and they sent an invite. Or is there something wrong with every bass angler in the world? They sent an invite for an invitational, and now people got mad that they sent invites. They need people to fish. If they need money, we all need money. What? Huh? You're mad at them for trying to get Joe, who thinks he's Kevin Van Dam? You're mad they're trying to send Joe an invite to come try to be Kevin Van Dam and live his dream. He always thought he was better than everybody anyway. And Joe is a figurative person, not an actual Joe. You're mad that they invited Joe, who fished the BFL and finished 42nd. You're mad they're inviting him. Joe's got coins. Joe thinks he can fish. Joe's gonna show up. Instead of them fighting with you and you giving them a bunch of crap about what they're doing and they need to change, Joe just happy to get an invite. Joe's writing a check and he going fishing. They're trying to find people that just want to get in there and go fishing. They're not dealing with the crap. They just want people. They want to fill the field, get the camera stuff set up, make it happen, and get a field out there. That's what they're trying to do, and people are mad at them for that. So anyways, guys, so I went a little bit longer on that one than I wanted to because I still got 2 more to get to. But Bassmasters made some good changes. Major League Fishing's in the middle of making every change. Again, people are losing their mind. They have no idea what's going on. Then you got the NPFL, which is making changes as well. They're increased their purse for their deal. They got a ton of anglers coming. They got a ton of anglers going. The Opens made some changes to the rules and the payouts and things like that. People coming to the Opens. There's a new trail out that's talking about not even letting forward-facing sonar go. I believe Randy Block had mentioned it. I saw somebody else mention it the other day as well. About the trail not using forward-facing, 300,000 for first places, which is way more than 100,000. The 300,000 one had me thinking of signing up. And I got some more news to share with you guys. I got some more stuff coming. I got some exciting news. I haven't even shared all the wonderful things that have been happening lately, but I got some more news coming. My comment that I just made will make sense probably in like 2 videos, so hopefully I'll be able to share that with you. But with that being said, like, there's another trail coming out that's trying to pay $300K for first place, $5K entry, $300K for first place. They're trying to get over 200 people committed or pledged to participate. They'll pick a location. Everybody pays their entry fee. Show up and let's get this money. So that even had me thinking of reaching out. Hey, who got 5K? Let me get in here. You're talking 300K. That's life-changing money. 100K is not life-changing money after you take out taxes. I'm sorry. 100K, people are making 100K every year. 100K is not what it was. You can't do what you used to do with 100K. I'll be very thankful for 100K. If somebody got 100K and want to give it to me, it'll change my life. I'm gonna be real with you. It'll change my life right now, but it ain't gonna change it forever. It'll change it for this year. Matter of fact, it might change it for 6 months. But if you give me 100K, because 100K, like I said, is not what it was no more. After taxes, the cost of stuff. For example, take this right here. Look at my laptop right here. I have a laptop right here. You used to be able to get these laptops for a relatively decent price. My buddy was telling me at work the other day, he's trying to buy a laptop. He wants it to have a couple nice features on it and whatnot. Laptop's gonna cost him $2,500. Huh? And that's not even expensive laptop. That's I mean, it's probably like 75% to the top of a laptop. It's not even like, you know what I'm saying? And it's $2,500. For example, take this trophy up here. I won first place in a fishing tournament at the BFL. I won first place. You know how much money I made for first place with like 140 boats? $1,946. How long can you live off of $1,946? I don't know. How long can y'all live off of $1,946? That won't even pay some people mortgage for 1 month. So I literally fished. Well, but to be fair, I fished for 8 hours and I made almost $2,000. Not a lot of people making $2,000 in 8 hours. So I'm thankful. I paid $100 to get in. I made $2,000. Technically, I'm already at $1,800. Take out taxes, 20-some%. I'm down to like $1,400 or something like that. 14, maybe $1,350. So realistically, $1,350. Again, won't pay somebody's mortgage. May pay somebody's car payment depending on what they're driving. I mean, they gotta be driving something really nice to pay $1,300 a month. But you understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm going with this? So 300K though, that's a different number. 300K gets everybody's attention. 300K gets, especially if you go to a body of water that these dudes know how to fish at. 300K gets everybody's attention. People will find $5,000 to go fish for 300K on the. If you tell me they're putting a tournament on the Potomac, I'm going to scrounge together and I'm going to try to get that money and I'm going to go fish it. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. I will try to fish it, whether I got to borrow something, hop in somebody's boat before they can get in the morning of and go. You know what I'm saying? I got to figure out a way to get out there, right? That's what I'm saying. So you're talking now potentially four organizations trying to cater to fishermen. A lot of changes that these fishing industries are making, they're basing them on a bunch of like diehard anglers who have been fishing for 50 years. Why would you change your tournament rules for a diehard angler who's been fishing for 50, 40, 30, 20 years? Why would you change your business model for that guy who, while you're streaming, he's probably fishing? He's not even paying attention. He's not your target audience. He's not buying your subscriptions. He's not doing that. He knows how to fish already. So you got an angler who's been fishing for 30 years. He's not going to sign up for Bass U. He knows how to catch fish. He's a guest on Bass U. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so why are you catering your whole everything to him? If you're trying to, as they say, the worst phrase in bass fishing, grow the sport, you need to reach out. You need to make a formula and cater to people that are trying to get in there. People that are going to go spend $70,000 on a boat. People that are going to go buy a $125,000 Icon boat. You need to cater to them. A guy that's been fishing 40 years, he's not even going to spend $125,000. He has a boat that's probably already paid for. He repowered, spent like $21K, got that brand new Mercury, and he's good. He may buy 8 crankbaits this year, and it's only if they have his very specific color, because he's only throwing one color, and he's only fishing 2 bodies of water all year. Why are we changing our whole tournament formats for that? The tournament format needs to, that's why I say the model's broken. It's broken. It needs to be catered towards entertainment and dealing with people in the way they're at right now. People have now come accustomed to the 5-second, 15-second, 30-second clips. If something ain't happening within like 15, 30, 45 seconds or a minute, people ain't paying attention, and you're losing a whole audience, a whole demographic of people. You're losing them because you're watching the back of somebody's head. You're watching, this is what you're watching on the screen. This is it. You're losing them. If you're not flipping there's a reason why we all talk about Denny Brower and watching Denny Brower flip his jig. There's a reason why we talk about them, because those are things that stick out in your brain. I don't remember the 3rd place guy. I don't remember the 5th place guy. I don't remember any of these things at all in these tournaments. I remember what I saw with my eyes. I saw the flip. I saw him set the hook. Bam, bam, set the hooks. I like the replays. I like when these organizations do the replays, or they do the live scope. They show you the live scope screen, and then they show you the angler, and they put them like in a dual screen. So now you're getting my attention. You're not overloading me, but you're getting my attention. So they're catering towards that. But I'm kind of getting a little bit off track, guys, but not really. It all kinds of goes into the big picture. But what I'm saying is, There's now 4 organizations. They're all, everybody. They're just, and for me personally, I'm just like, man, I really don't. I used to watch 4 days of coverage live, 3 days of coverage live. I would tune in. I'd have it on my laptop, my cell phone, everything. Once all this stuff started going on, and you got guys that's cheating in tournaments, they're still getting to come back and fish every week. You got other guys that are and they're on screen cheating, and you see them every Tuesday still fishing. Ain't nothing changed. Guys failing lie detector tests left and right, they still fishing. Guys pulling in on people. People put their head down, pulling right in front of people, and then looking up and being like, "Oh crap! I didn't know there were 17 of y'all here," because they're just staring down at the screen. And that stuff's transferring over into the regular tournaments. People are doing it everywhere. They see people. It's the same thing with every sport. When they see people on TV doing it, you may not consider that local bass fisherman your mentor or the guy that's helping guide you through life, right? Like, because probably he may not be who you want to look up to, but you respect his fishing skills, right? But they see it on there, and now people are doing it all over the place. When you see the elites talking about they got guys sitting on, or in the opens, I'm sorry, in the open, let me be specific. You got guys sitting on spots and holding spots for other guys, and then deboing guys off of spots, and so the buddies can come fish spots, and then this guy does well and says, I unequivocally was not involved in this particular situation, and I have no idea he's got an attorney writing statements, being attacked, and being, like, are we talking about bass fishing now? Think about this. All of 2023, the biggest thing that people talked about for bass fishing in 2023 was not who won the Classic, not who won on the St. Lawrence, not who caught a world record smallmouth. Nobody talked. They're talking about that stuff, but what went viral over and over and over again was a scandal in the fishing industry. That literally took over the whole thing. The scandal. It actually brought all kinds of, whether you wanted it to or not, it brought all kinds of new eyeballs on the fishing. A fishing scandal of putting weights and stuff. Like, that tells you that there's something need to change. Something need to be switched up here. Okay, there's a reason why. The other thing I mentioned too about the sports as the model being messed up is that just there's not, the way it's set up, it just doesn't make any sense. There's no, like, I've got some great ideas on how to actually improve it, and I'm going to share all that in either a video or like a blog post or something like that. I'm going to share it out or see if I can talk to the organizations about it. But you have to understand, just in the simplest form, bass fishing versus like NFL. Okay, everybody walks around with a Tyreek Hill, a Travis Kelce, a Patrick Mahomes. They walk around with the jerseys. They got the hats. They got the Kansas City Chiefs hat. They got the 49ers hat. I'm a 49ers fan, so a CMC jersey. They're buying Jerry Rice jerseys. These are all things that that people have. So they have the merchandise. They have the big sponsors. They have all that stuff situated. Bass fishing don't got none of that. They're like, you're trying to make someone into a character that people can like, but it's just not. It's not pushing out there like talking about, man. I heard it on another podcast the other day. They talking to anglers who fish, and they're like, hey, do you know this guy? These people fish all the time. Hey, do you know this guy? No. Hey, do you know this guy? No. There's no organization out there that's really, making these people into stars. Like, the image, the angles, and highlighting their stuff. Like, it's being done, but it's not being done at the scale that's turning these people into like household names, where you want to have a Kevin Van Dam jersey. If you love fishing, then of course you want to have a Kevin Van Dam jersey. But Kevin Van Dam's kind of transcended the whole thing because he is well known across the board. But any other guys, unless you follow fishing consistently, you don't even know what trail these guys are fishing anymore. You have no idea what trail they're fishing, and that's because there's 18 different organizations that he could be fishing. So you pretty much got to pick organization to find out what guy he's fishing on, to find out what he's doing, to find out where to buy his jersey at. And then you go to buy it, and it's not for sale. They only do jerseys in bass fishing. Merchandise in bass fishing is only done when it's time for the Hall of Fame auction. There's no other thing done. Hall of Fame auction is a great thing. I've actually won some stuff off that myself. But there's nothing being done to actually like monetize these people. College NIL deals, these dudes are making more money than all bass anglers combined. You take a look at Travis Hunter, Shador Sanders, you look at these dudes, they're making more money in NIL deals than every bass fisherman ever. Combined, they're making more money in NIL deals. They're offering these college kids more money. Like, it makes you wonder, again, the model, like, what is going on? Why is money being divvied up between everybody, and none of it's coming over here to bass fishing. Sponsors pulling out left and right because their main guy, who's just the guy, he can't even compete fairly in a tournament. Like, and their sponsors are pulling out. They don't want no parts of it, man, because it's a big conglomerate cluster mess. They don't want their name on that. All these fishing companies are going out of business. They're going broke. They're getting bought out. They're merging because they're trying to figure out what's going on. Like, some of the mergers are actually great. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of them are great. I'm very excited about some of them, but some of them they don't got the capital. They got no coins. Nobody's buying this stuff no more. Who needs to buy some of these silly baits anymore? What's the point? People, all you need is a drop shot worm and a jerk bait, like, and spend $3K on livescope and just go fishing. Like, you don't even really need it. What else do you need to go fishing, guys? What else do you need to go? You don't need anything else. Apparently, that's what they're trying to tell you. So, with that being said, I know that was a lot, but it was quite a bit to cover in that little bit, and I don't even think I touched the surface of what's really. I kind of got a little bit under the surface, but there's a lot more. Now, I'm gonna shift gears here. I'm gonna try to keep this part really short and sweet. The kayak. You guys are wondering about the kayak. So I kind of just made a decision personally that I wanted to go a different route when it comes to fishing, and I decided to dive into the kayak world. I want to thank Greg Blanchard for that. I watched a lot of his videos. I've always loved what it is that he does in the kayak. He's just smooth in the kayak, man. He does his thing in the kayak. So, I took a look into it. I picked up my own kayak. You saw I put out a couple kayak videos, like, real quick. I like kayak, and the main reason, and I'm gonna just put it in perspective. I had to take a look at where I'm at financially, personally, where I'm at, and at the end of the day, I know that no time in the next, like, 3 to 5 years, unless there's no way I'm gonna buy a $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 bass boat, and it doesn't take all that. But you can break that number down, 50, 40, 30. At no point in the next couple of years am I going to be able to get that. Can I get 5K though and get a super nice kayak? You best believe it. Are there kayak tournaments all over the United States? You best believe it. Are kayak anglers getting paid? You best believe it. There's money out there in the kayak fishing. You can travel a good distance. You only got to do the kayak, get you a nice Malone trailer. You don't even need no super towing capacity. You don't need anything. You can spend 10, 15K all in, and you'll have one of the nicest kayaks that have been known to man. Okay, some of these kayaks are getting really, really pricey. You don't need all that. You can get a kayak, put live scope on it, put a little sniper pole on it, make sure it has pedals, the nice rudder control, get you a little crate. You already should have rods and reels if you go fishing, and that's it. You can get a really nice kayak for like $2,500. All that stuff I just mentioned, probably another $1,500. Well, live scope and all that, maybe like $2,500. All, like I said, $5K all in. You'll be live scoping with a super nice kayak, paddling, and if you want to add a trolling motor. I mean, you could do all that. You'll still be in a nice ballpark range for being able to do kayak fishing, and then you can still compete all across the board in the kayaks. Kayaks even made it into Bassmaster. Them dudes walking across the Bassmaster stage, getting the invite by competing in the thing. So kayak has now the ability to go all the way. Even Major League Fishing has kayak too. I believe so. I got to look a little bit deeper into that, but the ability is there to make these things happen in the kayak world. So I'm diving in. That's just what it is. I'm diving in. I got a trail. It's local to my area, but it's legit. It's solid trail. These dudes are hammers. They've been crushing it all up and down the East Coast, mid, take your pick. These dudes is crushing. So I'm excited to get in here and battle it out with these guys, and we're going to see how it goes. But I'm just going to take all the bass fishing knowledge I got, and I'm transferring over to the kayak. It's literally like I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to put it on the kayak, and I'm going to see how the kayak goes. Now, I got some other stuff I'm going to tell y'all. Something kind of came out of, a blessing that came out of nowhere. Kind of my favorite blessing. The ones you don't expect, you don't see it. And it just happened. So I'm very thankful. I got some more news I'm gonna share with you guys very soon, but that's all I got for this video. I wanted to kind of touch on a couple things. So if you wondered about the kayak, there you go. That's the kayak. I'm excited. I think I can go all in on it. The investment, and still being able to keep things in a reasonable frame as it relates to resources. I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I'm one of these people, and I'm kind of backing off this a little bit, but I'm one of these people that where if I get into something, I'm in it, like all the way in it. So when you say I don't need a $70,000 boat, I get that, but I want to get it the way I want to get in there and get it done. That's just how my mind works. So I feel like I can bring that same mentality over to kayak, and I'm not going to have to work 8 jobs to be able to swing this versus I can literally pay for this outright and just keep it going. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I'm hoping for. You know, we'll keep on working, keep praying, stay focused, and try to keep on pushing. So thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Bass and Furious TV. You guys have been amazing. I want to thank you, each and every one of you. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Also, if you manage to stick around to the end of the video, I would love for you guys to comment below and take a look, guys. I do have the hoodies out. Fish Only Cinco's. It is the hoodie. It is the clothing brand I got. I'm actually working on a video and a seminar for this exact concept of what this is. So Fish Only Cinco's. We all know fish eat more than Cinco's, but it's literally the meaning behind the brand. So Fish Only Cinco's. I'm going to put the links right here in the video. You can click on them throughout the video. Check out the hoodies, Fish Only Cinco's. But I also have other ones that say Fish Only jerkbaits, crankbaits, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, all that. I put them all in there, so you guys can check that out. Any support on that, I really would appreciate it, guys. It's amazing. It just helps with the channel. Likes are a free way to support my channel, though. Free way to support. It helps push me up in the algorithm. I appreciate it. Subscribing, free way to support the channel. Okay, if you want to get a hoodie, that's not a free way, but I will send your hoodie on the freeway to your home. Okay, so that's how that's a freeway. It'll come down the freeway in a truck, and it'll come to your home by one of the major delivery service providers. Okay, that's not a freeway, but it will be on the freeway. Okay, but taps, likes, and subscribe is a free way to support and help push me in the algorithm, push my videos out, and you know, get some more people to subscribe, guys. Let's hit 10K. That's the goal for 2024. It's 10K. I'm tired of being at 5K. Let's get to 10K. Honestly, we should be at 100K. But let's get to 10K subscribers. So if you know a friend or a buddy, share it out. Tell them, rock with Bass and Furious. I'm dropping videos. I'm dropping heat, knowledge. I'm coming with all of it. And the podcast will be returning as well. So all of that, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate you all, my Bass and Furious friends. You guys have been awesome. Another episode. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.